Hello everyone. Cesare here with some more Final Fantasy XI content. We are going to be working on the second of the Dragoon quest line for the artifact gear. And what we have in front of us is the starting NPC. He is here in Port Sandoria within Storage Room A, I think it's called. Anyway, we gotta talk to Surly in here. Hey, have you reached your quota in this week? No, not yet. I'm really gonna get it when the boss gets here. What am I gonna do? I know you have a lot to deal with in the moment, but I can't bail you out this time. How goes it, making mountains of gil, you two? You know I have got no use for those who don't bring in the cash. Sure, boss. Here's this week's profits. You're cutting it pretty close there. Well, at least you're consistent. Keep it rolling in. And what about you? Meeting your quota, I trust? Actually, boss, Are you going to tell me you haven't met your quota? You just had a baby, though, didn't you? Probably cost a fortune keeping the little one fed. Yes, boss. You know what you need to do, right? Meet my quota, boss. Got it in one. I'll give you a little more time this week, but if it happens again, you and your kids will be out on the street. Good goddess. What are you gonna do? Have you got anyone you can go to? No one I can think of. Gold hairpins are not that easy to get a hold of. My family's gonna be begging in the alley at this rate. You think you could find me a gold hairpin? I can't pay you anything, and I know it's a lot to ask. Sure, why not? Really? Why, well, I won't hold my breath. There aren't too many adventurers who work for nothing these days. Alright, so, good thing for me, we already have a gold hairpin. Somewhere in my inventory. There it is. You're gonna let me have this? I didn't think adventures like you still existed. The boss would do well to take a lesson in compassion from you. What do I need to be learning a lesson in? Boss, I was just talking about changing my baby's diapers and thought you might need to learn someday, in case you were thinking of having children. I think I'll pass on that. Diapers aside, have you met your quota yet? Here you go, boss. This'll do, I suppose. Keep your deadline next time. Yes, sir. Boss! What is it? Did you get caught smuggling again? I came to inform you that your father just passed away. Funeral arrangements need to be made. I see. Boss, I'm sorry for your loss. Loss? Who lost anything? My father was just a foolish old man. I wanted to do anything but follow in his footsteps. He would be at work from sunrise to sunset, so I never had what you would call a conversation with him. And despite the hours he spent at his trade, we never had any money. I was always out making deliveries for pocket change. I haven't seen the old man for years now, but I suppose I must give him a funeral for decency's sake. Interesting. So now we gotta wait a minute. A whole minute. Until I can pick up the next part of the quest line. It used to be having to wait till Japanese midnight, which is stupid. For those of you who don't know, Japanese midnight would be like 11 o'clock my time, EST, the next day. 11 a.m. or something like that. It's when the game's internal servers flipped over. You may hear me complain about Japanese midnight a lot over the course of my time during Odd Ergen. But it is what it is. These people are really opening up Toba's coffers. Alright, we're almost ready. Okay, here we go. I'm glad the boss hasn't been hit too hard by the loss of his father, but you know? He has my sympathies. Ouch, that still stings. Boss, what happened to you? After the funeral, I felt my father's inheritance, or I left with my father's inheritance, and then some scoundrel clotted me from behind. When I woke up, a young lady was binding my wound, and my inheritance was gone. You sure you're alright? And your inheritance, what of it, of that? It was just some old armor that wasn't of any real value to me, but there was this rich merchant who was interested in buying it for a high price. I hate to see a source of revenue get away from me like that. This kind of criminal is more than the merchants can deal with. We need an adventurer who is no stranger to battle. Your reward will be 20% of the selling price of the armor. Come back here and when you have it. The boss doesn't take no for an answer. Actually, he usually doesn't give you a chance to answer. But for this job, you can't help but take his side in the matter. Okay. So, we've already spoken to someone about armor and old armor, so we have a good idea of someone we can talk to about old armor. So this is gonna take us up to Mio, or whatever the fuck her name was. Centauria, and our closest home point is actually Northern Centauria. Home point 1. Okay. If you recall, we want to head north here towards the Blacksmith's Guild. Okay, here's Mio right here. I attended Rashiram's funeral to pay my respects and express my thanks for his kindness. During the ceremony, I was distracted by an unusual lady among the mourners. Something about this woman seemed out of place. I tried to follow her after the funeral ended, but I lost sight of her not long after. I searched around, trying to find her again. Instead, I came across Rashiram's son lying unconscious on the ground. I tended to his wound, and thankfully, he soon regained consciousness. I found this lying nearby. This shiny earring might be a clue as to what happened. It's probably just my overactive imagination, but perhaps it will help in some way. Here, you should hold on to it, just in case. Shiny earring. Okay, so where to from here? Well, you could look online at a guide, or you can go down to Cerulean there in the Port Sandoria and check. We're gonna go with that route because he has optional dialogue that you're gonna want to know about. Well, you're gonna want to know is a tough term to way to phrase it, but Okay. Port Sandoria. And then A was... It's cargo room B. We want cargo room A. There you go. The girl who tended to the boss after his attack picked up that shiny earring? I could have guessed it could have belonged to his attacker. That kind of jewelry ain't worth much without matching earring. It looks to be reasonably high quality and would bring in a nice profit if you could get it to the Goldsmiths Guild to recreate its partner. Alright, so Goldsmiths Guild, huh? Sorry for the chat there, just it tends to be an area where people just constantly use the same thing over and over again. I'm not entirely certain what those stuff is for. I'm sure they do. Okay. We need to go to Bastock. Bastock Markets. I'm gonna go to H8. I'm sure home point 4 would probably be good. Okay. As you can see, this quest is going to be a little bit more running around than some of the other ones we've had to do. Unfortunately, the next quest I may not be able to complete by myself. So I'm not a very high level and I don't have time to go leveling anything. Anyway. This isn't the right area. We gotta go to the Goldsmiths Guild. I'm in I8. I8. That would be the Goldsmiths Guild right there. It literally appeared right beside it. And she's standing right outside the person I need to see. I want to speak to Ardia. You want me to take a look at this earring? Why, that is strange. I had a customer come in the other day and asked me to make an earring just like this. She said she had lost one of the pair. I told her that it would be impossible for me to replace the lost earring, so I'm sure she'd be quite pleased if you returned it to her. I think she said her name was Eska. Okay, interesting. So, where do we go now? Well, we're gonna go back to Northern Sandora. Okay. So from here, you're going to want to run to West Runfer. Okay. And then we want to go to F6, which is actually on the other side of this area. So, abilities. We'll mount up and ride on over. No reason you can't follow the road here. Goddamn, riding the crawler mount is hilarious. I'm not entirely certain how this thing moves so quickly. I was pretty happy when I saw that they brought these models into FF11. Might be what we're looking for right there. Ah. What do you want? You want to know if I've seen that earring before? Where did you get that? I must have dropped it at the time I was... damn, I'm so clumsy. Well, I guess you found me out. I was the one who mugged Brais for his father's inheritance. Even if I am a thief, a lady likes to look her best when doing her job. By the way, do you have any idea what I stole? That's right, a piece of the armor said to have been worn by the legendary last Dragoon. My employer is one of the many people who are after that armor. The name of my employer? You know, he never told me. I was just told to bury the armor in a certain spot in exchange for a small fortune of gil. I've already been paid for the job, so I'll tell you where I buried it. But on one condition. You can't tell Brais that I was the thief. I don't need him breathing down my neck when I'm trying to work. Right. The armor is buried on a small island that can be reached at the Aldium Necropolis. A monster has been put on guard over the spot though, so don't think you can just waltz in and scoop it up. Oh, and give me back my earring. I wear those for good luck. Okay, so now we gotta go to the Aldium Necropolis. Alright. Let's head on back to Sandoria, where we will use our home point. There's a book. I think we'll go use our home point to go to, I think it's Upper Juno that leads to Battalion Down? Maybe lower. We'll find out. I think lower leads to Roland Berryfield, so. Either way, we gotta get back into Sandoria. Gotta love this Fenrir mount though. There. Okay. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna grab the home point to I think Upper Juno. And then we're gonna head into the Aldium Necropolis. Pretty sure Upper Juno. Yep, Battalion Downs. There we go. And we're gonna use our abilities, mount. Alright, so I'm fairly certain we want to go to this one down here. That looks right. Okay. So we're heading to the entrance to the Aldium Necropolis at J10. It's just past the spine there. The crystal line or whatever they call it. The island we want to get to is right there at the very bottom of the map by Lord Beliover Bridge. Beliover. Beliover? I'm not entirely certain. But we're going in here. Man, I'm showing off lots of mounts today. And in we go. Okay. So, your goal once in here is to get to D9, I think it said. Get to the point. No, G9. So that's at the very bottom. I think we had to go there for the ranger quest. Sorry about that. Alright, so I've learned that it's probably a good idea just to summon some chests just in case things do not go my way. And they have a habit of not going my way. There we go. And we'll summon one of my favorite ones, Shantoro 2. Oh yeah, just in case. Once again, we're going to utilize the Spectral Jig. I'm fairly certain the stuff in the early part of the Necropolis here won't aggro me, but the stuff in the later part will. Alright, so, like I said, we're heading to G9, so when we get to this room, we're going to want to make a left. If you do not have the magic astrolabe item, you will have to either do the quest to pick it up so you can get through this place on your own, or you'll need somebody to activate the switches for you so you can get through the doors. The magic astrolabe basically lets you get there without help from other people, so basically. There we go. Oh, this door is open this time. That's good. But this door is closed. It is the Titan's Gate, so I'm going to want to open this door, step through, use Spectral Jig, and sneak past this Tomb Wolf. Alright, now once here, you're going to want to fall through one of these walk over one of these, and one of them's going to make you fall through. I think it's the one in the center. Yeah, down it goes. There's a lich there. Of course there is. Fairly certain the stuff in here, the Hellbound Warriors at the very least, will aggro me. And I think this is the one where we want to go. Yeah, Necra's Hound will also aggro me. I remember these guys, they were rude. I remember coming through here as silly and having to fight everything because I didn't have Dancer. And I was stubborn and didn't want to get it. Remember that? That was a great playthrough. Yeah, I kind of miss FF11 picking it up and every week getting into it and exploring everything. It was a lot of fun going through this game. It's hard to imagine that we went through and did it all. But alas, here we are almost out of this tunnel. I think this is the right way. I might be wrong on that. There's a book there. And we are on the little island. However, I do need to summon my trusts again, as we are outside now, and we're gonna have to fight something. Celsius. Arciela. Earlier I was leveling and I forgot to summon my tank, even though I thought I did, and that was fun. Okay, so it says sense an evil. It's a Sturmiger. Oh shit. We're forgetting a key member of our team here. Alright. Mid-sim is not the greatest, but I want steps. We fought a tiger with Beastmaster and with Ranger. And down it goes. Ah, there's Santoro annihilating it. Okay. So there that is. There you go. We got Ranchiarum's Legacy. This Treant is pissed off at me now. Oh, is this a rare? I don't know. It hit me very hard, so. I don't think this is a rare. Okay, there we go. Engraved key. Don't know what that's for. But we're nearing the end of this quest. We just need to go bring this back to Cerulean. Okay, need the home point to reappear though. There we go. Travel to Cindoria, Port Cindoria. 1.1 should be fine, yes. Most of the time when I go to Cindoria, it's to home point 2, or Port Cindoria, I mean. You got it back? Good work. Let's go tell the boss. This is it! You have my thanks, adventurer. My father was hired to repair this armor, but the customer never showed to collect it after it was fixed. Not knowing what else to do, he just decided to hold on to it. Apparently, there was quite a few potential buyers, but my father made excuses not to part with it. Well, if someone wants to buy this armor, then that's fine by me. Get it off my hands and fill my pockets at the same time. Brugere, the weapons you delivered to the knights contained many blades of poor quality. Surely you inspected your goods before sending them off? What? Yeah, of course I did. If you have a problem with the quality, you can always take them back. I don't think you'll find another distributor who deals in that kind of quantity, though. You would take advantage of us. Have you no pride in your work? You are nothing like your father was. You knew my father? I can't not count the number of knights who owe their lives to the sturdy armor crafted by that man. We have lost a truly talented and valued individual. You have my deepest sympathies. I never knew about that. In honor of your father, I will let this matter of shoddy weapons pass. However, I should tell you that I have heard rumors that the Tenshodo are considering expanding their business into Sandoria. I bid you good day, Brugere. That haughty son of a... He sounds just like my father. Pride, huh? Philippe will be here soon.
Brugere, have you the item we discussed?
Yeah, I got it.
Well then, let's be down to business. This piece will be the pride of my collection. What's the matter? Having troubles with the authorities again? Fear not, I can clear up any misunderstandings.
And Philippe, I hate to do this to you, but can we just forget about this whole deal?
My offer is too low. I'm open to negotiation.
No, it's not that. It's a problem of conscience. I'll pay you a fee for breaking our deal, so just let it go, okay?
It's a bit late for that. I've already bragged to all my friends about my new acquisition. You'll make me a laughingstock.
I realize this goes against all our rules, but I'm not going to back down on this. Please understand, Philippe.
You were the one who brought me this deal in the first place. I don't appreciate being toyed with, Brugere. Don't come crying to me when you can't find another buyer.
Boss, are you alright? This has nothing to do with what that walking tin can said about my father. Just holding on to this thing reminds me of my old man and the things he used to lecture me about. It makes my teeth grind. Here, you can have this. You're the one who brought it back here after all. Your father's inheritance. Boss, are you sure? If I say I'm sure, then I'm sure, alright. It seems I've gotten something more valuable in its place. My father used to say to me, the pride that a craftsman takes in his work is reflected in the quality of his wares. I've never really thought about what that meant before. Boss, where are you going? I'm just gonna go pay my respects to my father. I'll tell him maybe that his way of living wasn't so bad after all. Alright, so we got the Drachen Brais. I think those are pants. Yeah, there they are. Alright, so HP plus 15, 10 Earth defense, sorry. And it enhances the Ancient Circle effect, and your Wyvern gets plus 10% HP. And that's what they look like. Exciting stuff, I know. Alright, well everyone, thanks for viewing. That's going to be it for this video. Have a good one.